I think as Vice President Campus Life, a personal goal that I would set, and while it may not be quantifiable or measurable, and I think it's really something that you can only get from the perspectives of students, is I'd like to be there. And I think that one of the things that I'd like to bring to this position is visibility and transparency and simply a passion for the school and a passion for its students. And I think that the greatest satisfaction for me at the end of the day would be knowing that I actually accomplished something and that I represented students in advocating for their interests. And I think it's a personal goal. Again, it might not be quantifiable, but that's why I'm running, and that's what I think the greatest goal should be.
Okay, well, similar to Pat, I feel a huge goal would be the general representation of students and taking any non-academic concerns and taking those forward. However, I also feel like what I said with pushing just unifying the student body, I think that's really important. There's clearly divisions in a lot of senses, and I feel to have people more comfortable with the SAC in general and just to unify on and off campus like I had said, and I would do that by representing them and bringing anybody's issues forward.
Do either of the candidates have a counter response?
I think I said all I need to say.
What experience do you have in regards to working with the SAC and or on the SAC? Do either of you have experience in the SAC council?
Right now I'm sitting on the operations committee chair with the VP Finance, and that's the only real position I've had on the SAC. I've attended a few meetings here and there, and I have read into all the bylaws, and I have a general understanding, but as far as involvement has just been with the operations committee.
I don't have any formal experience with the SAC. Again, I served as House Executive this year, but my experience with the SAC is simply in paying attention to what's going on this year. I've taken a keen interest in what's going on in some of the meetings, and in particular when the whole debacle was going on about the presidential election. I went to numerous SAC meetings there, but I think that is kind of an advantage and a disadvantage to go in as a fresh face to the SAC. I think I definitely bring something new and bring student concerns, which is why I chose to run in the first place. But I definitely think that it is going to be a lot more work to start out of the position where I don't have any formal experience.
And counter response?
As a member of the SAC and a member of the Communications Committee, I know it's super hard to get students involved and interested in the SAC. And I know both of you mentioned that you want more student input, you want to be visible, you want students to be involved. I want to know specifically what ideas you have to get the students more involved and more interested in the SAC, because we try really hard and it's not good.
Yeah.
I don't think that the focus should be in getting students interested in the SAC. I think that the focus should be getting the SAC interested in the students. And what I mentioned about the fact that the SAC is a parent organization to all the clubs and societies on campus, I mean, people are always doing things. You know, people are doing things with societies, people are doing things in residence, people are doing things with sports teams. And I think that by examining everything that the SAC really does cover and the entire umbrella and everything that falls under the SAC's jurisdiction, in particular as VP Campus Life, I think that's a major responsibility. And I think that by appealing to a wider variety of interests, rather than just expecting people to come and get interested in the SAC, I think taking a proactive approach and appealing to numerous people in that aspect is the best way.
Okay, well, I don't think it's good to I find a lot of people have been focusing on the negative with the SAC, whereas I understand as House Exec how hard it is, even in Campbell, to get people to go out to events. I understand that. That's why I would like to develop a strong relationship to maybe have them promote it more in their houses as well, campus. I do agree with just what he